probably be listing her accomplishments for quite a while before I get forced to stop by you all. To list a few of them, she has nearly been a really awesome content creator and she has nearly 79,000 followers on LinkedIn. But that is certainly not her only talent, for she's just as good at public speaking, if not better, since she has been on stages for many phases of her life. She has also been picked as the H-Payer Harvard Conference delegate, which will be held in Hong Kong this year. And she has been mentored and taught more than 15,000 students about personal development and how the new United Nations operate. Thank you so much for joining us today, Riya. And is she here, by the way? Yeah.
Thanks, Virat, for the lovely introduction. Okay, so yes, let's just not proceed this like a formal, a panel discussion or something like that. Let's make it a little more interactive because agar aap log yahan pe ho, so that means you guys are here not to just listen. You guys are here to discuss something and you guys are here to learn something out of it. So before I start with my entire session, let's just turn on the videos, everybody. It's okay if you guys are at your home in your beds. Hi Sonu, thanks for doing that. You guys are traveling. Since it's a weekend, it's completely all right. I'm also in my room. I was reminded by Chaitanya 30 minutes ago that okay, we have a session, and I was already in a meeting, so it's completely all right. It would be great if I don't. Thanks, Aniket. Even that would work. Even if you guys don't want to show your lovely faces, which you should do. Or thanks, Mian. Or if you guys need 5 minutes to set up your hair, ladko ko thoda karna padta hai. Or if girls want to put their makeup on, or boys want to put their makeup on. Come on, guys. We're living in 21st century. You guys can go. You guys can keep listening, and you guys can come back and turn your videos on and show your lovely faces. But I would appreciate you guys having all the videos on. It's completely all right. That even if you're in your pajamas, even if you're in a t-shirt, it's completely all right. But if you're not, that would not be completely all right. Cool. There will be few things, like few rules, regulations of the session. It will not be a one-way session कि मैं बोलती जाऊंगी and आप लोग सिर्फ सुनते जाओगे. It will be more like an interactive session. ठीक है? Like I'll be asking you a few questions. ऐसा नहीं है that I'll be asking who's the president of US. I think everybody knows who's the president of US. I'll not be asking that question. It will be a very simple question, which you already might probably know the answers of. So the first question would be, guys, are you comfortable me talking Hindi and English, or you guys want it to be complete in English? I am comfortable with both, but having this session, yeah, so go ahead.
For your concern, Riyadi, but we are comfortable in both the languages.
You're comfortable in both the languages. You don't need to call me Riyadi. I'm just 20, guys. Maybe आप सब लोग मुझसे भरे होंगे. So Riya is fine. Only MEN people call me Riyadi because in MENs, ma'am is compulsory and I don't appreciate the ma'am in so culture. Guys who are not okay with turning their audios on, you can text up. Okay, let's just do one thing. How many of you are not comfortable with me being bilingual? Bilingual as in Hindi में भी बात करें और English में भी बात करें. कोई ऐसा है जिसको comfortable नहीं है? तो because there might be a possibility there will be people joining from South who doesn't know Hindi well. Cool. तो हम हिंदी में भी वार्तालाप करेंगे. कैमराज ऑफ हो चुके हैं तो प्लीज ऑन कर लीजिए. एंड द रूल नंबर 2 will be मेरी हिंदी का थोड़ा मजाक नहीं उड़ाएगा. I'm learning how to pronunciate a lot of words. Cool. You're not probably not comfortable with Hindi. Perfectly all right. We'll be talking the entire thing in English. If by mistake I say something in Hindi, you guys can point me out, or probably you can point me out that Riya, can you repeat in English? I would be happy to. Okay. Guys, how many of you already know me? That okay, there is this person. Okay, Prashana. Perfect. That okay, there is this person named as Riya Gadhwal who is taking this session, and I know this person. Anybody of the crowd who's present over here already knows me? Nobody knows me. Cool. That's completely all right. फिर तो और भी ज़्यादा मजा आएगा. Cool. So firstly, Virat ने already introduction दे दिया कुछ. I would like to brief it again. So I'm just a 20-year-old kid. I have 5 years of corporate experience, and why I'm giving you my introduction ताकि मैं जो बातें बोलूं, I'm so sorry, whatever I'll be speaking in the session, at least you guys take 2% of the entire 1 hour session seriously. That is only the reason why I'm giving you a formal introduction myself. I started working at the age of 15, no financial issues. I wanted to do it because I wanted to learn new things at the age of 15. Along with that, I got selected in 3-4 conferences, taught 15,000 kids, and was a part of more than 150 conferences across India, started a lot of things, taught students from around 15 plus countries. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And of course, I have more than 79,000 followers on LinkedIn. So how many of you are very, very, very active on LinkedIn? Like you can raise your hand. There is an option of raising your hand, or okay, like most of you are very, very, very active on LinkedIn. Perfect. And how many of you use LinkedIn more than any other, any other apps on your phone? Be it Instagram, be it Snapchat, be it anything. Okay, so there are kind of some people like me who use LinkedIn more than any other social media app. Cool. So we'll be starting from the basic like basic terminologies from LinkedIn to like from the beginners to the experts, because there'll be a lot of people who have just started on LinkedIn. So guys, I will tell you why I started and how I started. So I started my LinkedIn journey when I was in third year, which was very late. Let me tell you, which was very, very, very late. I just completed my graduation. So starting the platform on the third year is very big mistake that anybody can do it. But if you guys are in third year or fourth year, it's completely all right. It's not too late. It's never too late to start. Okay. So I started it because I wanted to share my opinions, and I was very, very, very bad at content writing. I know a lot of people might be very, you guys must be thinking this is so ironically. This you are coming here giving lecture on content writing, and you're bad at content. Yes, guys, I was bad at content. It's before 8 to 9 months back. And then I started writing content that, okay, okay, this thing might sound very funny to you, but I always believed in learning from your own weaknesses and converting your weakness into your biggest strength. So I was like, okay, let's just start posting on LinkedIn. The worst to worst scenario can be that people will hate my content. You might also see a lot of Instagram reels. What is this? What is that? People are, not even dancing pretty well. And then you say, oh my God, there are so many reactions. There are so many likes for this. So I'm also a marketing enthusiast. So there is something in marketing that negative marketing is also a positive marketing for the brand. That you get to hear a lot of things about the brand, and eventually the brand names are on everybody's tips.
Yep, just like Tesla.
Exactly. I would not say it's in a negative form, but
Yeah, it was
More
something
of an issue
similar.
with owner rather than the brand in itself.
exactly. But nevertheless, that guy is doing pretty well, much, much, much well. So, anyways, coming back to the point, then I started writing on LinkedIn. I was like, okay, max to max, people will gonna hate my content. People gonna text me or write few comments. And if I'll get more and more comments on my post, that means my post is gonna go viral. I'll be getting more numbers on my profile, right? So that is why I started writing LinkedIn. And trust me, I used to write 6 posts per day, randomly posting on like 6 a.m. in the morning, 4 a.m. in the morning. And I used to expect the post to be gonna go viral, and it's kept on going. See, there is no point of me telling you a very scripted webinar here. I'm just telling you the honest opinions and honest story that what I went through. And I started creating content around August or July last year, because I had my break, and I was having my 2 internship plus corporate work, but I still was able to manage few time for content. Then I was like, okay, this is not going something right. I'm actually using a lot of time to make 6 posts per day, but still not getting good numbers. There is something wrong. And it kept on going till 3 months, 4 months, and I did not even stop posting on Saturday and Sunday. So the amount of work that I was putting in for LinkedIn was much, much, much bigger than what I was getting, which is called ROI. सबको पता होगा कि ROI कितना मिलता है. You have your focus on that. So then I started watching few YouTube videos, few Instagram reels, few content creators on Instagram, that how you can, incorporate your LinkedIn. And with that, I started, practicing on my own LinkedIn. I started experimentalizing my LinkedIn. And then in the end, I was like, okay, this is how the algo is broken up. Now there might, as I already asked, how many of you already know me? If you don't know me, it's completely all right. I am gonna you guys can actually search my name, which is Riya Gadhwal on LinkedIn, and you're gonna get my profile right up. My LinkedIn is not opening on laptop. Wait, I'll just try. You guys can see my profile. And I am happy to tell you all that whenever I post very seriously, like from the past 1 month, because of the workload was getting too much, I was not able to post very frequently, very smoothly. But whenever I post, my post is always going viral. So that means if I'm telling you from the person who used to never understand algorithm, that person's profile is gonna go, like every post is going viral. And if I am telling the same things that I am telling you here, I've taught the same things to other people, and their posts are also going viral. That means whatever strategies that I have learned by just experimentalizing on my content, on my profile, that strategies actually work. So it's better. So the entire formal introduction, the entire gyan that I've given you till now, it's just to tell you all that please take notes of whatever I'll be speaking in. Guys, are you able to see my screen?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, if I'm giving you a session, right? I am here in the session and you guys check my profile and then you see there is a person who doesn't have a profile picture, who doesn't have a backdrop, who doesn't have a information written over here about section is here. What kind of perception you would have of mine that this person who is giving the lecture on LinkedIn, her LinkedIn is not updated. So even before, so there are two type of people who are on LinkedIn. Number one, who is there to give the content, to provide content, which are called content creators. Number two, there are people who wanna just scroll through LinkedIn or just are there for the job. Irrespective of the fact that you are from category A, category B, you must optimize your LinkedIn well. Cool? Guys, if I'm saying cool, just say cool back so that I'm able to understand that, okay, you guys are
Cool.
perfect. So the first thing that you guys should start with is going ahead with a clear profile picture. This is the laptop area. Can you all see my face in where is my LinkedIn? Sorry. Even if you are using on your phone and are opening my profile, can you see my face clearly on my profile picture? That there is this girl who is in a black blazer. Her face is completely visible. If you guys are going ahead with a picture which is not professional, which is on a Goa beach, in a Goa beach wali t-shirt, that is not going to work on LinkedIn. There's a big difference between Instagram and LinkedIn. So make sure at least your profile picture, your DP is very, very professional. You can go ahead with light tones of the background. Like here, I have a very subtle tone, brown tone, because why? Because my face should be very visible to the person who's just landing upon my profile. If you guys are not understanding even one thing, feel free to point me out there and then, because I'm not able to see the chat. Next, make sure that your face is visible. Sometimes what people do, sometimes people have a very professional photo, they are in formals, but it is not zoomed in well. Make sure your photo is very zoomed in so that your face is visible. Now your backdrop. See, whenever one person is landing up on your profile, that person should immediately get to know what this person is all about. You see my profile, what is the first thing that you see? Like you will see a lot of places I have written marketing. So you see head marketing club. Then you see the best marketing strategy care. There is a quote. Next, you can see marketing enthusiast. So your first thing in your mind would be, if you are figuring out a person, or if you want to connect with a person who's from marketing background, you're like, oh, this person has to do something with the marketing, I'm going to connect with her, right? Whereas if you just want to connect with somebody who's from finance background, or especially who's from HR background, you'll be like, okay, this person doesn't have to do anything with HR, I'm not going to connect with him. And why I'm telling you this, because there is a limit of connections you hold. I think it's 30,000. You can only accept the request to 30,000 people, and 30,000 people is a small limit. Let me tell you, you might be like 30,000 people. It's a very small limit. So make sure that you're utilizing well. So in your backdrop, there should be clearly visible that there are few things that what are the things that you can provide the values to another person. So suppose I am figuring a personal branding person, and or a person who wants a public speaker. So that person gonna see on my profile. So you can see that I am speaking in 4 photos. I'm speaking confidently. I have a mic. So the first thing you'll be like, okay, this person has to do something on the stage. So that person is the right person that I have to go ahead with. Make sure you are utilizing well on your backdrop. How you can go ahead with building a good backdrop is Canva. I am the person who's very comfortable with Canva. Just give me a second. I have to on my AC. Yeah. So you can build it on Canva. You can, if you want, you can take the template from me completely, all right, sharing with you all. And then you can write, it's totally up to you how do you want to build the entire backdrop. I have a very simple strategy, 2-3 pictures of mine. I have not started putting logos. I will be putting logos soon of all the institutions that I have given my talks at. And then you can just simply write that whatever you do, or whatever few things that you can offer. If you are a freelancer, you can simply write what are the services that you offer. If you are somebody who is handling clients, so you can talk little much about it on your backdrop in a more sophisticated manner. And like how I forgot to ask this question, but there was this one person who said that how you can I think Harsh was the one who asked us how you can write, like you know what to write, but the entire question comes up how to write in the minimum word limit. So that is something that you have to do it on your backdrop. Now comes on to the headline. Headline is very important. See, guys, I also had a PPT made for you guys. Like this was the entire PPT I made for you all, right from the beginning to the end. This is not for you, like for all the webinars I go to, but I was like, okay, let's leave that. It's better to show you some practicalities and then we can go ahead, because there are a lot of people who already know about things. So rather than just reading out a PPT, it will not make sense. Now, this is a headline. Headline should be the crux of whatever you have done till now, right? So, what are the few achievements and why somebody should stick to your profile? This is the laptop version. We do not use LinkedIn on our laptop every single time we use it on our phones, right? There is a very saying, first impression is the last impression. If I have like Taran or Chirag, I see their profile or I see their names. So usually my habit now has become, rather than stalking that person out on Instagram, I just search them down on LinkedIn, that what are they doing. So the first thing that I don't know if you're able to see or not, the first page will gonna come like this. So the first thing you would see after my picture is this headline. So make sure your headline is properly versed well. This might, because of the shortage of the word limit, I was not able to write lot of things, but more or less this is what I do, right? And this is what are the few achievements that I've already done. Now coming, I think it's pretty much cool, right, guys? Till here everything is cool. Are you guys able to understand this?
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, it's all cool.
Cool. Also, if you guys are going ahead with content, make sure your creator mode is on. अपना creator mode on कर लीजिए, because then it is more accessible for your other tools and all, if you guys have not done it. Again, there are 4 to 5 hashtags you can use up. I have written, I keep on changing them, but according to better words that I come up. I changed this, I think, around 2 weeks back. These are the few things that you can talk about. What is your exact niche? Because I know that these are the two topics that I always write about, about college students, personal branding, marketing, personal development. So I wrote everything and definitely what to do. So coming after that, one of the major important things is about. Now I have seen so many people using tons and tons of emoticons. Emoticons matlab emojis in their about section. I've seen so many people writing it very formally. Okay, if you are going ahead with a very formal job, like you guys want to go ahead with job, and you have to just make LinkedIn for that. You don't have to be very, very personalized. But if you're going ahead with the content, specifically content part, if I am landing upon your profile, I want to stick to the entire about section right from the top to the bottom. I don't want it to be very formalized, because in the end, it's not a article that I'm reading that it will be all formalized. It's better that if you are creating an entire story. So I started it very informally. If you start here, if you would have to weigh what's greater, my love for watching podcast or my zeal to work hard, you would probably end up in dreadlock. But it's the theme for me that I balance all this. And then I added just an informal touch to make that emotional connect with the audience, because this is something that you're gonna learn in marketing. This is something that you learn everywhere. That if you connect with the person who's right there, if you catch their eyeballs, that person is definitely gonna read the entire thing in the end. And this is one of the strategies that I'll be telling you in the end. Then a little formalish introduction. And in the end, I also added a very informal thing. Also loved finishing a book in 2 days. People might be talking that you are not using emojis. So I just wrote like a smiley way. And then there is a very, very important thing that I wrote here, that if somebody wants to reach out to me via a mail or for a work, they can reach out to me via a mail. And this is my mail. And then in the end, just to make sure that the person who I already caught the eyeballs, that person should go from my profile happily. So I ended up writing, this was my story, create your own until now. So this is something that I always say. This is something very personal. This is something that I always say to all my kids, to all my people who have taught, to all the session. And by the end of the session, I'll also say this: keep shining and keep growing, keep learning. These are the few words that I always use. This was a personal touch. So the best blend for about is a formal there's a little personalization. I'm not saying go ahead with entire informal thing that I love bingos, I watch this Netflix story. No, there's a very thin line difference between both, and I think you all are pretty understandable what is that. Now, experience. Guys, experience should be very, very detailed, even if you are going ahead on LinkedIn just for content, or especially if you are here for any internship purpose or any job purposes. Go ahead with very detailed your experience, because this is something even I utilized. I think I completed this entire experience in 2 days. I had to write everything down, collect pictures, again, everything in a very crux manner, in a very formal manner. So if you see here, I was the marketing and sponsorship head discount. What were the work that I did? I did, okay, successfully headed a team and organized 3 events. I did not mention the entire summary of the event, that what is marketing triathlon, what is sneak peek, because that was not something that is connectable to my profile. I just wanted to show that, okay, you know what, these are the few things I did. Along with that, just to provide a proof, I attached a photo of me taking certificate from in this entire event. So that is very good thing that you guys can go ahead with your experience and go ahead with the entire thing. Even if it's it would be better if it's a very, 2, 3, 4 lines. What were the things that you did, or what were the things that you were in charge of? Next is your education. Your education should be written. I think there is no saying to that. It should be along with your marks. So this is very important that a lot of people forget, along with your CGPA, along with few of the activities that you did. And there are a lot of things that you can do in your education, in your college or in your school. But I would highly tell you that only mention the top 2 or top 3 things here. Like in my school, I did lot of things, but I have not mentioned here everything. I have mentioned in my experience above, but I'm not mentioned in my education. I just mentioned the most important, like 2 to 3 things, which can actually help me to get along in future, to get ahead in the future, if I'm seeing a job or if I'm seeking a job anywhere. They just have to come ahead in my education platform, and they'll just have to see that, okay, these were the grades that she got. Okay, she was also the head of marketing, and she was also the head girl and the vice head girl. That's it. Next is the license and certifications. This is something that I've not updated much, but I think I'm procrastinating a little bit to address it, because now these things are not so useful for me, because I have some other plans. I'm working on some other projects. But if you're going ahead with your job or something like that, at least you should have some certifications, some licenses. This is not something that I would tell you कि कौन से licenses, कौन से certification कहाँ से करो. This is something that you should ask your mentors or ask your teachers. These are the few top like 10 licenses that I wanted to show everybody. So these were the things. Skills, you can mention your skills. You can get endorsed from the people. Recommendations are very, very, very important. Is some if you have worked with somebody, so after this session, if you like my session, you can also go back and write a recommendation for me. Because if somebody lands upon your profile, suppose I'm a person who is recruiting for XYZ company, and you have submitted your application for my company, I'm gonna simply go check your entire profile and check your recommendations. So I'll see that, okay, how the people, if anybody of your ex team has worked with you, what are the few things that they really, really like about you, and what are the few ways that they people talk about you, that, okay, this person is highly skilled with this and this. So recommendation sections are very, very, very important. Make sure you are taking recommendations not only just by your friends. There are a lot of people who take recommendations from your friends also. The number of recommendations doesn't matter. So there might be a possibility that you have 150 recommendations of people, and there are your friends, like out of 150, 50 are your friends who are saying, very nice person. That's it. That is the only one line recommendation they have to. Rather than that, it's always better to have few of the people you have worked with genuinely, and they give you the recommendation. So if I tell you the 3 recommendations that you are seeing right now, like I have more down. I've not met these 3 people. They had a one-on-one talk with me regarding their LinkedIn algo, and then these 3 people got good results. And it was not just about LinkedIn; it was few other things as well. And then I did not even ask them to give a recommendation; they themselves wrote the recommendations for me. So I think that is something which is very cool, that people write about you. So, and who doesn't want to listen to their praise? So these are things that you should go ahead when you are going ahead with optimizing your profile, because when you are connecting with somebody, or when you're reaching out to somebody for something, the first thing that you're going to observe is their profile. Any questions till now about optimizing your profile, guys? Any questions? Any?
Yeah, Arya, I have one question that is like in your just below your photograph, that's your name, and below that is your Howard 23
Yeah.
those mentions. But below there is a section that mentions that talks about LinkedIn hashtag marketing.
Mhm.
So like where can I access this?
You have to mention. You have to open your creator mode. Is your creator mode open?
Oh, so that was the point. No,
Yeah.
I haven't opened my creator mode. Yes, that
See,
was the problem.
also creator mode give your profile a little more push to reach out to your audience. I think that was one of the things that you were going wrong with. Open your creator mode and then you can access to all these things.
Okay. Thanks for the guidance.
It's okay. Anybody else? Cool. Let's just start with the strategy that everybody was waiting for. I think all the beginners. Who were the beginners? I'll just check the chats. Uh, check all 50 profiles today. Wait. Guys, I'm so sorry. I missed so many texts. I sometimes don't feel good while uploading the pictures of attending workshop, web projects, or just certificates. So I don't. What all should I put? Okay, I'll answer that question. Okay, Aman has already answered. Thanks, Aman. You are actually helping me a lot. You have already answered 2 questions, but still, I also answer if there is a little bit of um, addition that I can do. Guys, any question? I was able to see one raise of hand. Who was the person who raised their hand? There were a lot of hands raised. Cool. Palak, you want to say something? We'll take Palak, followed by Kushagra, followed by Harsh. Yes, Palak. Okay, Palak doesn't want to say anything. Harsh, go ahead. Okay. Kushagra? अरे बोलो Kushagra, you want to say something?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, while creating a post, how should we attract the audience? Means how should we make the post more attractive?
That is what we are coming next to, Harsh. Sorry, Kushagra.
Okay.
So all the strategies. Okay, you guys mentioned. Okay, Harsh and Palak, were you able to understand the entire process? How to optimize your profile? Perfect. Okay, next. Somebody else raised their hand as well. Okay, Kushagra, lower down hand, please. If you're done. Yeah, Lachika, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am.
Mhm.
Actually,
Well,
the
you don't
thing
need
is,
to call me
I
ma'am.
have to
You call
on.
me Riya. Mhm.
Hi, Riya. So actually, I've been creating content for a while, and actually, the experiences that I have got like, uh, with and like with, but I want to move it towards marketing, case study, branding. So I want to have a niche there. So like, how do I do that?
Okay, so you want to change your
Yes,
niche
like I
too.
want to keep
Understood.
sharing my experience and all, but along with that, I want to still I want to like have a new segment of like marketing and case studies also.
Okay, got it. You can lower down your hand, Lachika. I will be answering the question. This is more or less the same question that everybody wants to hear. Guys, videos, please. Guys, videos. If you can see my video, I should be seeing your videos, right?
Transparency.
Exactly.
All right, guys. अभी तक आपको सेशन जैसा भी लग रहा हो, please support दीजिए, emojis भर भर के दबा दीजिए.
Guys, even if you're not liking the session, you can write it down. I am very open to negative feedback. Trust me. Trust me. At least I am also a beginner. I am just 20. I will get to learn a lot from you guys. Yes, Arjun. Yes, Arjun, you were saying something. Mugda, you guys want to say something? Yeah.
Actually, Riya, I wanted to know more about that recommendation section that you told about, because who should we approach to,
Okay.
and how many is like there should be more number of recommendations, or what is like the good thing to
Okay.
showcase?
Okay. First of all, I would like to answer Kushagra. Kushagra, it's okay. I cannot repeat the entire optimization part. You can connect to me one-on-one. I would love to answer the entire thing. Next is, okay. Now, how many recommendations is a good number? See, there is no such number. Ki chalo, 100 recommendations are it's a good number. Make sure that the quality of recommendations are very, very good. Now, whom to approach for recommendation? Definitely the peers who have already worked with you. Suppose if you and I work on a project named as marketing or marketing test, so I can start the entire paragraph around that. Okay, you know what, she was with me as a team leader. There were few things that went wrong, but she was always there to figure out. These were the few best qualities I saw in her, and we overcome it. Because this is how you can, she can write the entire thing, and that will look actually more authentic. So figure out the people who you actually worked with rather than focusing on your friends.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Okay, we are recording session. Okay, Virat, perfect.
I want to ask one thing.
Yes.
Should we focus on the experience section in the profile?
Definitely.
Like, how should we focus it if we don't
There
have
is no or. There is no or to that. You should focus on an experience a lot. See,
Okay.
experiences till now in your college that you have done. Kushagra, please unmute yourself. What are the few experiences, be it college, be it some internship you have done, be it some job you have done? So suppose Harsh, you have worked with suppose a company named as KPMG, and I'm the I'll not okay. Let me tell you my dream company. Suppose McKinsey. I'm already in HR in McKinsey. I hope my thing gets done soon. But I'm in HR in McKinsey, and you reach out to my profile on McKinsey, and then you're asking for a job. So if I see that okay, Harsh has already mentioned in their resume that they worked with KPMG, let's see what was the exact experience. So सेम चीज आप रिज्यूमे में भी लिखते हो ना, वहीं से उठा के आप लिंक्डइन पे लिख दो, हल्का सा ज्यादा एक्सप्लेन करके, बिकॉज ऑन योर रिज्यूमे the best resume is 1 page, 1.5 page, very formalist resume. The same thing you have to go ahead with your LinkedIn. Your experience itself speak. Your entire LinkedIn is kind of your resume, guys. You don't have to make it okay. No, LinkedIn पे कुछ और जा रहा है, resume पे कुछ और जा रहा है. So you should definitely focus on your experience. It took me around 2 days to compile my entire experience to write it down, and I think there is lot more still I have to write it on my experience. There are a lot of things that I'm not able to write it because of my company policies. There are a lot of things that I've not written till now because I'm restricted to it. But if your company is completely okay, just go ahead and write with it. So I think that answers your question, Harsh.
Yes, ma'am.
Cool. Don't need to call me ma'am. Purvesh, go ahead, and then we'll take Hardik.
Thank you so much. So my first question, actually I have 2 or 3 questions. So my first question is, I just got the new knowledge today that there is a limit of making the connections and to accept
Yes.
the connections.
Yes.
So till now, what I was to do that if I'm going to somewhere, I just about that I'll be showing my QR code. Then another one is scanning that, and then I'm accepting that.
Okay.
So
I'll show you one thing, guys.
yes.
I don't want to boost this up or something. I just want to show you guys some reality. Cool.
Hmm.
And this is something that I've already cleared. I clear this every week. Guys, are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
How many connection requests taken you can see? 11,772 which are pending, and this is something I cleared to 0 last week. I think it was Monday or Tuesday that I cleared it, and I already got this. Accept करने की बारी आती, it will hardly take me half an hour to accept all, and I will be around like what 90,000 followers by now if I want to accept it. Nahi, because I'm already short of connections. I want to connect with people. I'm so sorry, I didn't want to boost it up. I just wanted to show you what the reality is. Don't do it. There's a big mistake that you guys are doing. That was something that I used to do as well in the starting. I used to not roam around with QR codes, but go ahead, check your connections, the people that are actually of your work, that you think that okay, this person might be in your work anywhere some point of the time. Just stick to that and just remove other connections. Start filtering. I also do filter till now. बहुत time लगता है, but see, you have to make sure that you have to show that you are the VIP. You will only will connect with few people, because in the end you are on LinkedIn till lot of years, and the request, the amount of requests you can accept is very limited. So make use of this thing that we have always studied: allocation of resources. We have limited resources, so sustainability is what. So this is something that you have to do it again. I hope that answers your first question.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
My second question is, just you recently taught about the experiences. Like it is very, very important, and I also know that it plays a vital role into our LinkedIn profile. But there are many things that we have done in the past is more crucial to show rather than we are doing right now. There are many other things. There are many other license and certificates also that we have done in past are more important to show to the other people that what are done my recently. But in the LinkedIn, when this date comes, they just get those important things into that the portion that show all experiences, and my recently doing works are just coming into the profile which is
See,
showing to everyone.
See,
So
okay,
how to
I got that question. See, Parvesh, LinkedIn is like a structure of the life, like the entire line goes from date to date. That okay, from 2016 to 2019, this person was on this project, and then from 2019 to 2021, that person was doing this project. So that is not something that you can post it. But if you have already made the post of that certification, which was very important, which was 4 years back, you can star it on your profile. You can show it on your feed. You can highlight in your feed, and then you can highlight it in the first go. Like if you see my profile, the first post that you can see on featured section, wait, is this post. This post is not my recent post. This is my second last or third last post. Then you see my another post. This post is around 4 or 5 months back post. Then you see my another thing. which is also important. I'm taking an award. Then you see another things. So if that certification is that important to you, make sure you make a post about it and you get it featured on your profile.
Perfect. And my last question is, for example, if you have done a good job, but at that time I was not using LinkedIn, and now I am using LinkedIn, and it is just a year back thing, or a few months have been passed away. But now I want to post that on LinkedIn. So should I do or not?
You should definitely do it. I always go ahead telling it that if you have done something, learn to take credit of it. हाँ भाई मैंने किया था तो किया था काम किया है. Start taking this credit thing up. Even if you are in college, I think most of you guys are in college right now, or maybe probably doing a job. Guys, start taking credits, because if you will not, somebody else will gonna go take your credits, and then you guys gonna come back, call your best friend, भाई उसने मेरा credit खा लिया. मैं उस position पे होता. So stop doing that and start posting it. Go ahead, post it on. Flaunt it.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was a really nice
No
thing.
need to call me ma'am. It's fine, Paresh. Happy to help. Next is, okay. Guys, I think we should go ahead with strategies and then we'll come back to the questions. Perfect. Guys, videos, please. Okay, I will only answer the questions of the people who will have their videos on. Best rule ever. Now, first and the first most strategy, आप मेरी ना better रहेगा, open my profile तो थोड़ा समझना शुरू कर दोगे side by side. बहुत practical example दे रही हूँ. First thing is, you see my first profile. Let's learn about how you make a post viral from my viral post. Cool. Open my this profile. I'll just open it by screen sharing. Okay, this is the post that I posted yesterday, and I was in my half sleep. My sister was like, "What are you doing? You're not even woken up." I was like, "Okay, I have to write a LinkedIn post," and that went viral. So you can see good likes, 1500 plus likes, good repost, good comments. Now let's see what is there in the post. In the last 30 days, I met 100 plus creators having following 10 million plus, and I never hesitated to start a conversation. Now let's break down the post. Cool. Guys, analysis is very important. You are writing an exam. Everybody says have an analysis of your previous examinations or previous test. Number one, very important. If you're giving your numbers, a good numbers in your first line. Now, why your first line is very important on your LinkedIn. You guys open your LinkedIn. कोई भी post खोलो. You'll see LinkedIn, and you'll only be able to see first 2 lines of every post. And then there is something known as ... That means you'll only see first 2 lines, ... see more. That means you're not able to, you'll have to click. And now you'll have to make the another person click on your profile. So the best thing is you have to make the use of the first 2 lines very nicely. And these first 2 lines in LinkedIn terminologies are called, anybody who have the answer? Anybody who have the answer?
I could say. I'm just not sure.
Okay, I'll tell you. It's who said it? Who said it?
I have it.
Hardik, right?
Yes.
Great, Hardik. Guys, please clap for him. It's called hook. Great, Hardik. Thanks for telling me.
Thanks.
So that's called hook. You have to very, very focus on hooks. Now, why hooks are important? Because you, as a reader, I'll also tell you one more thing. Okay, when I reached 50,000 followers, okay, I'll ask you this question. Wait, I'll have to see your screen. Now, guys, I am asking you a question. I told you that I will be asking you a question. You have to write it down in your chat box. You read one post, because since you can only read 3 lines, first 3 lines, you see one post. Dear connections, comma, next line. I am very happy and thrilled to tell you all, as the member of my esteemed LinkedIn family, that after a lot of hard work, persistence, perseverance, that's it. Hi, you are only able to read first 3 lines, which is dear connections. I am very happy to tell you, and you can't read the rest. This is post number 1 that you come across. Everybody understood what is the first post? Now the second post you come across went from 30,000 followers to 50,000 followers in just 14 days. Read how. Second post is went from 30,000 followers to 50,000 followers in 14 days. Which post will you read? First or second? Okay.
Second.
Is there anybody who would read the first post? It's okay. You have different opinions. Everybody gonna read second post. Halaki, the entire 2 posts, the next content is exactly same. But the first 2 lines actually made you very curious that what is it? like how you would always and always see if you are cross. Okay, I'll teach you 1 3 more psychologies of marketing as well. If you're going to enter in a shop of suppose Nike and you see 15,000 cut and then you see 4,000 shoe, you're like, oh my god, 15,000 का shoe से 4,000 में मिल रहा है. Whereas if the same shoe would have been at the stock of 4,000 rupees, you would have asked, is there any discount or something like that? Like, nahi yaar, 4,000 का जूता कौन खरीदेगा? These are the few tactics that marketers use. Being a marketer, I know all these things. So the first hook is very important. If you can bring in numbers, I would have written simply the first thing as network is your net worth and how you can start your conversation. That's it. Nobody would have given a damn about it. But since this is true, and always write truth, guys, always write truth. Yes, I went to more than 6 to 7 meetups and met a lot of people personally. So there were more than 100 creators that I met, and they had much more following than 10 billion, like collectively. So you see, and then if you see, there is nothing like a rocket science written over here. You can clearly see all the pointers, only 15 pointers. There are no paragraphs. Make sure that you're not writing in paragraphs. Even if you're writing the paragraphs, I think this was a question of Harsh. Make sure that there are only 3 lines in one paragraph. Cool. And that also the paragraph should not be in a very, very, very formal line. So I just simply wrote these 15 liners and then always leave the shit. Sorry. Always leave the post with what are your thoughts or something like in the end. This is called CTA, which is call to action. This is something that you give the people to write on the comment box. So, like just how I asked you guys that which one would you choose, that means you have to answer it down. I then added a picture of me when there was the last meetup. So I added a picture of me in my last meetup, and then everybody gave me. Now you can't see people writing thanks for sharing, great share. There are people actually writing good comments out there because I have given them a platform to talk about networking. At the same time, never give one more thing on the how to make your post viral. Never give entire gyan. Never tell everything. At least leave one very stupid, very simple, very common thing to everybody that they already know, but that is missing in their post. Because then people are like, oh, this point is missing. I'll just write down in the chat box. So always make sure that you're leaving one point and you're not actually telling everything to the people, even though you know that you're leaving one point. But let the other people guess what that point is. Now, these are how you should write a post. You always make sure that there is 1 or 2 emojis. Don't use too many emojis. Even if you are using emojis, make sure they are very, very formal. I'll just show you few of my other posts as well so that you don't have the idea that a post viral hogi doesn't mean that other posts can't get viral. There are some posts that doesn't go viral as well. It's not saying that I'm a guru or something like that. Anyways, till then I will tell you few other strategies, few questions that a lot of you ask, how many times that you should post it. Guys, there is no one answer to it that you should, and I'm not being diplomatic. Riya was like, we were waiting this answer for the 1 hour, and then Riya didn't give us something. Okay, so the first thing, write notes on. Always make sure that your timings are very important. I'll just write it in the chat. Timings are very, very important. I used to write at 3 a.m. I used to post at 3 a.m. and then leave. Timings are very important. What are the best timings? That you will get to know by your posting. But the best time that I have seen a lot of people posting at is from 8:45 to 10 a.m. in the morning, and at the night, at the evening, 5 to 6:15. ये timing note कर लो. Now I'll give you one more thing. Just you come here at 8:45, you post it down, you cut down the entire LinkedIn from your app, doesn't make sense. So suppose now, how many of you had maths till 10th? Basic math आती है? Plus minus.
Yes.
Plus minus सबको आता है. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Let's test your maths. I was lucky enough to get 99 in my maths. So I think if I make a mistake, you guys tell me. Cool. So if I'm posting on 8:45 a.m., I will open my LinkedIn at 8:30 a.m. 15 minutes pehle. 8:45 से 15 minutes, 8:30 होता है. I will start engaging. Now engaging is equal to your likes, comments, and by comments I mean good comments. Equal to good comments. What are good comments? Good comments, not thanks for sharing, not great share. Good comments as in 2 to 3 liner genuine comments. In those 15 minutes, you will easily be able to write good 15 comments. 1 minute, 1 comment. So you have engaged in 15 good posts. Good. I'll repeat again. You have to post. Suppose your post is going live on LinkedIn at 8:45 a.m. You open your LinkedIn account at 8:30. Start engaging on other people post. Start liking. Start commenting on their post. By comments, I am telling you good comments. Good comments, as in 3 to 4 liner comments or 2 liner comments. Do not write something like thanks for sharing or great share. And in this 15 minutes gap, which is 8:30 to 8:45 minutes gap, you'll easily be able to cover 10 to 15 posts. That means 10 to 15 comments. So these 15 at 8:45, your post gets live. Post. Sorry guys, grammar mistake. Once your post is live, you like your own profile, you like your own post. You take the link and you share with your friends. So the first 1 hour of the post matters a lot. That this is going by. Share it with your friends. Initially, you'll have to share it with your friends. Definitely, kya like karte, comment karte. Or the people who are here in the group. You guys are 39, including me. We guys can create a group. We guys can all set up कि यार 8:35, 8:45 पे तो ना post डालेंगे या 8:45 से लेके 9 बजे तक post डालेंगे. So in those 15 minutes, you'll be at least getting 39 good comments. And by 39 good comments in 15 minutes, your post is definitely going to go viral. Let me tell you. Or at least we'll have good connections, or at least we'll get good number of followers per day. So you guys can create a group. Now, once your post is active, you have shared it with your friends. That 8:45 to 9 a.m., that 15 minutes again, you should again engage with other people post. That means the same likes, the comments, and that will again be 15 good comments. That means in those 30 minutes, you have written 30 good comments. Now, why I'm focusing on good comments, I will tell you. Now, everybody is here to increase their follower numbers, right? Right, guys, I'll tell you a big trick that I observed. Now, once you are about to close your LinkedIn for the day, make sure you go back to your post, see how many people have commented, and just reply back to them. That is done for your day. 30 minutes on LinkedIn, good. Now, why I'm telling you good comments. Like, so suppose Kushagra posted a good post, and then he talked about networking. And now everybody is using ChatGPT. You can, even if you don't know, you can go ahead and read something about it in very crux. So suppose Kushagra posted about networking. I don't know about networking. I read it on ChatGPT within 30 seconds that okay, networking is this. दिमाग में आ गया. I go ahead, I write a comment of 2 to 3 lines. Now, it very vague thing, but according to Indians, जो ज्ञान देता है ना, लोग देख लेंगे ये बंदा कौन है, कौन दे रहा है, मतलब कौन ज्ञान दे रहा है, इसके बारे में पता करो कौन दे रहा है. Who is this person? So suppose I am posting a very big comment on Kushagra. Number one, that comment will go very up. Other people will gonna see. If the people are gonna see my comment, the people gonna like my comment, they will always react to my comment. And they will click on my profile and see my profile. And if they see that, okay, the profile is very nicely optimized, that person is very nicely explained experience, like what are the things that I told you earlier, that person is definitely going to follow me. So I used, when I initially got to know that, okay, this is something that is going well for me, I used to write 50 to 70 good comments per day. And I used to at least get 50 followers per day. Guys, having 50 followers per day is a good number if you're not posting anything and if you're just engaging on people's posts. And there were a lot of times when it was much more than that. That, sometimes for weekends, so I got more time. So it usually used to take me 30 to 40 minutes to engage in all the posts. That is something you can go ahead with. So these are the few strategies. I don't think so I've missed some. Let me check. I made few notes. Actually, it's not notes. I've already posted the same thing that I'm telling you all on my LinkedIn few days back. Not gonna lie. You guys can also check that. Do you want me to share the link of that post here so that after this session, you guys can read that for better knowledge? Guys, I can read your post. I'm opening my LinkedIn. And there's this one thing. Make sure that after you are leaving this session, just go ahead and read my post. You'll figure out what is something that is working out for me, how I write my post in the starting, and how lot of content I'm giving in very short. Do read this post after the session. एक post आप screenshot लेकर रख लो, लेना है तो it would be great if you want to like it, but it will not be a bigger thing, Mira. But I've written everything, like everything, how you can make your post viral. So guys, the next thing is storytelling is very important. If you can figure a storytelling in your entire thing, it's more than better, because storytelling is something that is going to connect with another person to you. That, okay, what is that? Suppose you start with your content something like, okay, I'll tell you one more thing that I did. In my recent post, So this post was written long back. It was a collaboration. I gave it long back when the tomatoes were very, very, very expensive. Everywhere it was like tomato itne ke mil rahe hain, 200 300 kilo ke mil rahe hain. So I wrote the first line: buy tomatoes at 60% off now. If you read this on your LinkedIn, or if you read on your LinkedIn something now, like you can get, the currency of US dollar and Indian have become $1 equal to 25 Indian rupee. You'll be shocked that what is Riya saying if you read one of my posts, right? You would want to read the entire post. So because of that, I wrote that, and then in the last line I saw you won't get this instant update if you are there with the vegetable vendors, but you might get this instant update if you have your WhatsApp notifications on. So this is how you create it. You create the not awareness. I mean, you make the eyes pop up of your audience who are seeing it. You go ahead, any post of my content, you will say a very unique hook. Now, how you can make a very unique hook? काफी लोगों का दिमाग नहीं चलता, कोई बात नहीं, मेरा भी नहीं चलता. So I'll tell you one trick. Okay. So first of all, open a Google document. Everybody knows how to use Google, right? Make a Google document, open a Google Doc, and then start writing what are the few ideas that are coming in your mind. That okay, you want to talk about this things. Figure it out, write a good post about it. Now there might be a possibility that the post is going too long. It's okay. लिखते जाओ एक बार लिखते जाओ जो दिमाग में आ रहा है. You want to use AI? Somebody asked how they can use AI. I have not used AI till now whenever it comes to my content. Great thing that if you because AI is eliminating a lot of things. I'm usually a person because I always just wanted to give away my things. So for AI, obviously ChatGPT, you can go ahead. If you want to take the ideas, normally go ahead with Google, write the ideas. The bestest part is consume more content on LinkedIn. You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out that okay, what is something that is working best on LinkedIn now, what is trending on LinkedIn. For example, you see, okay, how many of you saw that reel Badal Barsa Bicholi? How many have you heard of that reel song? You can raise a hand, you can make a funny emoji, right? Exactly, everybody. And then after that went viral, you saw more of the reels of the same. Or if I say Long Da Lashkara, and there were like other people saying that pure din ye chalta rehta hai, right? How did the other content creators got to know that ye chal raha hai, or their team got to know? Because they consumed more content. The best way to figure out it, consume more content, right? Take time, start reading more LinkedIn. Once I'm telling you, this is only the matter of hardly 4 to 5 days. Once you'll be into it, now the first thing that I do, I don't even open WhatsApp, I don't even open Instagram. The first thing I open is my LinkedIn. Now it has become my habit. And it's not a habit that I've taken after 8 to 9 months of being a content creator. If you say so, it was after 4 to 5 days of writing it down. सो स्टोरी टेलिंग हो गया, हुक हो गया, और बाकी मैंने उसमें लिखा हुआ है. नेक्स्ट, डेफिनेटली पिक्चर्स हैज crossed the algorithm, like entire algorithm. It's better if you are going here with a personalized touch on the platform, that if you see even a lot of my pictures are there, but make a boundary to what kind of pictures you are uploading. I think everybody is pretty decent about what I'm saying. I don't want to say it out loud. I think you all are decent enough to know. So create that boundary, respect how many people are there. Better to always go ahead with a formal picture. Like if you see lot of my posts, I think 95% of my posts are I'm very formally dressed. I am in a formal event, or having my blazer on, or something like that. Also, one more thing, once you start writing content, you'll see content everywhere, like everywhere. You'll figure that out. So it's a very funny story. There is this one post that I was writing it down, that LinkedIn features. Guys, the photo is this. LinkedIn features / tools that you should know. Please read this post as well. इसमें मैंने सबके बारे में define कर रखा है. Now I'll tell you how because there are a lot of people who ask me that how you can figure out the different topics you want to write about. I am not that kind of person कि चलो laptop लेकर बैठ गया, now I will write a post. No. There are a lot of times that you are in an auto rickshaw, or you are eating food, and you immediately, you are scrolling something, and you're like, this is something that I can make a content about. Always either have a notes app on your phone, or I have this WhatsApp chat of my own. Like I send messages to my own. Like I write important messages that I'm not figuring out, and I've pinned that to my WhatsApp. So usually whenever I have the idea, I write that down. That okay, suppose my idea is 5 ways how you can make your post viral, and this is the same thing that I do. Now, I had this video of mine writing something on blackboard. So I like this is a good picture because because I consume a lot of content, I was able to figure out that there were a lot of people, like there were a lot of posts that were going viral of people, holding their blackboards or whiteboards in their hands. If you guys are following LinkedIn from a lot of time, you know what I'm talking about. I did not want to buy a whiteboard, wait 5 days for whiteboard to get delivered just for one post. So I took a screenshot, used Canva, and wrote this. This eventually made it is just the 4 or 5 things written that copywriting is 80% psychological and only 20% writing. People will be like, how is this possible? Right? Go ahead and read that post. Okay, if you guys really want to know, I'll not tell everything here. So likewise, make sure you are doing that. Your hook should be very, very important. Timings I've already told you. The best option I've already told you that the people who are here, the 38 people who are here, make a group, make a WhatsApp group, start sending your content. And then another question, because everybody have to complete that 30 comments I told you. So why not to help each other? Trust me, this is the one thing that I have seen in content creators. So I am in friends with content creators who are of 4 lakh, who are of 10 millions on Instagram or YouTube's because of the meetups, because of we meet, because of the work we meet. The one thing when I started doing meetups, the one question that came to my mind, yeah, these are 10 million people. They might not talk to me. They might be full of attitude. They might not tell different strategies. Now, why even I am here telling you everything I've learned? I would have charged for it. There are a lot of content creators who are charging 18,000 for 1 hour session, personal sessions, just to tell you half of what I told you right here. Not even half of what I told you. Trust me. And I don't do that because I have talked to the people who are of 10 million people, like 10 million followers, and they are so sweet. Like they would legit tell you that, okay, I can connect you with that content creator that might help you. So once you start gaining numbers, once you start meeting new people, new good content creators, you'll get to know that everybody is very polite, very sweet, and they will eventually help you a lot. So start collaborating. Don't be like, I'll comment on that person's likes will be more. No, it's a give and take relationship. It's better that 36 people who are sitting here, at least you guys can exchange your LinkedIn profile, right? You guys can at least say a hi to each other, start making friends. This is how you make friends from LinkedIn. Cool.
If we are not getting any type of views leads, so we will be like getting negative thinking, right? We are not getting that
Definitely.
posted 20-25 days. So how to overcome that? Like you will also get it like when you
I
are
would
starting.
get it. So I forgot this one very important thing is consistency. Consistency is very important. This is something that now also I face, that there were few impressions that went low on my profile because I'm telling you, I was not active from the 1 month because I had a lot of projects and my work was going on too much. And I used to not post every day, or I was posting only two days in the entire week, which doesn't make sense because eventually there are a lot of people who are writing on LinkedIn. Why people should stick on your profile? The people will want to remember you if you're writing constantly, right? Be it your Instagram favorite content creators, be it on your LinkedIn creators. Make sure you at least go ahead with 4 posts or 3 posts, alternative days, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Great. So because of that, consistency is very, very, very important. Once you'll implement all these, you will figure that okay, your numbers are increasing. I'm telling you, aisa nahi hoga that you will be getting 100 likes from tomorrow. It will take some time. It will take lot of time. So stay patient, stay consistent. It took me a lot of time, and it took everybody a lot of time. So it's not something that only you can do. But trust me, after 8 to 9 months, the life you get. Okay, now let's talk about some privileges that you get. Okay, number one, you get to meet amazing people. Trust me, when I say amazing, they can help you reach out from this level to that level. They're going to connect with a lot of people. Like, I don't want to tell you the name of the creators that I have told you, but there are a lot of creators that I have gotten contact about that my brother, like my little brother, is fan of. So last week, I was invited to this event as an influencer, and I met few people. And then I came back, and my brother was like, "Do you have a picture of that creator with you?" I was like, "No, it's fine. Like, we were just talking, and we had a good talk. So I forgot to take a picture." I was like, "Do you know that person is?" I like, "It's okay. You meet new people. You meet good people. This is number one privileges. Number two, the paisa that you get, or the people who are from South, the money that you get. There's good paid promotion you get from the companies once you start posting. This was not something that I was aware about. That okay, LinkedIn maybe you get brands promotion. Obviously, LinkedIn is not like YouTube that is completely monetized, but definitely on LinkedIn you get paid promotions. But the paid promotion not gonna come on your second day of writing. It will take you some time of building good impressions, building good comments, building good content, building good connections. And number three is you will get n number of invites to different webinars, just like how I did. I came here. Many of you might be following me after the session, so I'll get numbers as well. So these are the few perks. I'm being very honest to you because nobody works for something if they're not getting in return some privileges or something in return to that. So I think that is pretty much like okay with Hardik. I hope I answered your question.
Yeah, really well. Like, and regarding the brand promotion, like once we get the good followers, so we can also outreach to the brands that we can do a
Exactly. You can simply you can connect with the people. You can connect with the affiliate marketers or the influencer marketers of the different brands. You can write a proper email to that, and then they can also reach out to that. Everybody does that. Everybody does that. So you can also go ahead with that after if you have reached another. Also, one more thing of building good and only genuine connections. Suppose I'll take you an example of you only, Hardik. Suppose you have gotten around 50K. I'm not saying 50K is a number. You can get promotion even less than that. Suppose you've gotten 50K followers and you and I are good friends. We are very formal friends. We have talked 2 to 3 times. After this session, suppose Hardik, you reach out to me and then we stay connected. And then later on, I know that you're writing amazing content and some brand collab with you. And then the brand need more influencers. And they need a range of people who are from 40 to 50K. You'll be the first person I would pitch. Yeah, एक बार Hardik की profile देख लो. So this is what matters. And trust me, with referrals only, the brands give you great amounts. Like great amounts. काफी बार क्या होता है, because I know, okay, I don't want to, because this is going live, I don't want to tell you how much money you get, but you get good money. Trust me, you get good money. So I think everybody is now, okay, wow, पैसे कमाने को मिलेगा. So I think that is it. So we'll take Kushagra next. Kushagra, then Piyush.
Hello, Dave. At first, thank you for giving so much time. And I have a very little question that I am related to software industry.
Okay.
So my post will be related only to those coding, programming things, or I have also take different topics as well.
Okay, this is something that I really wanted to talk about. I forgot how you can figure out what you want to write. In short, guys, this is something that I did. Write clear, like have a clear paper. Write what are the few things that you are comfortable talking about and you have few experience and you love talking about. Because अगर आपको ही मजा नहीं आ रहा वो चीज के बारे में बात करके, तो आप सामने वाले को क्या मजा आएगा? So there are few things that I talk about like college students tips, because मैंने कॉलेज में कुछ चीजें अचीव कर ली थी, थोड़ी बहुत ज्यादा नहीं. तो यूजुअली लोग मुझसे ज्ञान मांगते थे, दीदी ये कैसे किया? अगर मेरे कॉलेज वाले मांग रहे हैं, 15,000 बच्चों को वो ज्ञान काम आया है, so why not to give to other 70K plus people that were actually following me? So that was something that I took. Number 2 was marketing was my passion, so kabhi kabhar I go ahead with marketing. LinkedIn, because I am invited to a lot of webinars, things that worked out for me. I like, okay, let's just make LinkedIn post about it. So figure out few topics that even if you are good at IT, there are a lot of people from the IT as well who need gyan. Okay, of somebody who's from IT will be somehow interested to marketing or finance, but there might be a possibility that person also wants to read more about IT. So start figuring out, and you don't have to stick to one topic. ऐसा मत सोचो कि सिर्फ एक टॉपिक के बारे में लिखना है. Start figuring 2 or 3 more topics about it. Cool.
Yes, ma'am.
So next is Mugda. Yes, Mugda, I can't see your face.
I have already turned on the video. I do not know
Yeah,
why.
now I can see it. I think there is a problem with my net. Yes, Mugda.
Okay. So basically, people who are not on the networking area, what do you call it? Marketing area. Yeah.
Okay.
So people who are in like tech or any other industry, like LinkedIn is also used for, recruiters, reaching out recruiters. So how do we make the profile like not irrelevant and spammy, and like if there is some recruiter reach out to us, or should we not think about it while posting?
If some recruiter is reaching out to you, or you are reaching out to recruiter.
No, like LinkedIn is our resume, na?
Yeah.
So basically, I'm saying that if we post content like regularly, and like how do we make sure that our content is relevant and that recruiters are not judging us in a way?
See, every content that you post, be it if there is any recruiter or not, should be relevant.
Yeah.
See, okay, if you are going to land up on my profile, see, I don't want to name people, but there are a lot of content creators who are very small age, or the people who are of 40, 50 age, who are posting anything on LinkedIn, even if they are getting good numbers. But that is up to you, that how do you want good numbers on your profile?
Right.
If you're just doing it for the sake of followers, or you're actually doing it for the sake of knowledge. If you go ahead on my profile, see, I'm not looking for a job right now because I have good business setup.
Right.
I have already worked in my 5 years. So I'm like, बाद में देखेंगे. But I'm still not, avoiding that chance that maybe in next 6 months or maybe next 6 years, I want to go ahead with the job. So maybe that recruiter sees my post of 6 years back that, okay, Riya,
Right.
you posted this, why did you post this? So that filtration, you would have to eventually do it by your own self. Don't post irrelevant things.
Okay.
Yes. Next question, guys. Yes, Piyush. Piyush, tell me. I will not be able to open camera. Batao. Question पूछो. Okay. I have gone for SSCB interviews 2 times. Yes, you can go ahead. Why not? Go ahead. There are a lot of people who might be giving SSB. 3 of my friends are giving SSB interviews who are active on LinkedIn. Go ahead. Three to four people. Go ahead. Write it down. Tell your experience. And the head of outreach, can I write about the outreach technique? For sure. Okay. And the power of college email. Yes, please. This is so important, guys. This is so important. People don't know what are the privileges if you have a college ID. People don't have, like, okay, if you go ahead with Apple stores, you go ahead with Spotify subscriptions, you get the privileges from college ID, right? You post that college ID and then you get few discounts. Why are you not telling? There is a lot of janta on LinkedIn who are college students. Now I'll tell you why I told you the timings. Nobody questioned me. I was just figuring out maybe some person would question me that Riya, why we should post on this particular timing. I posted a content about students, and maybe if you'll see my content, you will figure that comment out. I don't remember that post, but I posted it regarding college students only. And that was, the day was 16th. I think it was 16th of July when DU was opening again. All the DU kids might be understanding this. That person was traveling the metro and I got the comment, thanks Didi, it was my first day of college. I was reading LinkedIn and I saw your post and this is definitely going to help me. So usually if you are posting at night 3 a.m. when everybody is sleeping, there is no point of posting it out. But if you're actually posting it at such a time where people might be using their phone, people who will use their phone. People are using their phone. If I am traveling from a college to, like, from my house to college, I'm definitely going to use LinkedIn or Instagram. Now, this trend of college students I've seen on LinkedIn, that they are very active on LinkedIn. They are very, very active on LinkedIn. So make sure that you're using that time when they're traveling. Number two, not just college students. All my sisters working in a big MNCs. There are a lot of people, especially the corporates. They do not prefer Instagram in the morning. They prefer LinkedIn in the morning. So there are a lot of professions who might land up on your profile because of that. So always post at that. And at the same thing goes in the evening as well. When people are coming, if you are going with evening post, you can go ahead. But I think I would always prefer the morning time over evening time. So I think this is pretty much all the questions. Yes, Chirag, you would want to ask something?
Yeah, I wanted to ask about the niche part. Like how can I choose what to post on LinkedIn?
Okay, I think I have already answered that question, but I would answer again. See, suppose you are great at marketing. So you know that marketing is something that I'm really, really good about. Always have plus one topic to that. That okay, marketing plus one. So like I usually do it what marketing plus college students plus personality development plus LinkedIn. So I revolve around it. But if you just want to stick to it, why you should choose a niche and how you can choose it, that you should see a few factors. That is the topic that you're talking about, you're comfortable talking it about, and you love writing about. Because you know, if suppose you started writing about LinkedIn just for the sake of writing it, you write 10 posts, you write 15 posts, then you're short of ideas. But something you're really, really, really passionate about, you should make that niche. Because you know, in future when you'll be starting good events, or you'll meet new people, that people will definitely be like, yeah, change your platform. LinkedIn pe you got good numbers, change your platform to Instagram. So Instagram pe, this is one thing that I was able to know from one very big creator. I would not say the name. He said, once you figure out your niche, now your number will gonna increase on Instagram. So it's better you have the same niche on LinkedIn to your Instagram. So it's better that you should have you should be very confident talking about that topic. At the same time, you are also learning about the topic. Suppose in my why I started writing LinkedIn marketing, because marketing, number one, was my subject. Number two, I used to read about marketing a lot. The same things I used to write in my content, and the same thing were there in my exams. So actually, I was just preparing notes, and you know, I was explaining kind of the same. I used to read a lot of cases, lot of case studies, and used to tell to everybody. So you know, this is how you can go ahead with your niche. कि अगर हमें अपनी फील्ड की इतनी नॉलेज नहीं है, cause we are just entered it should be better. Okay, it's okay, guys. Even if you're not pro at your niche, nobody is pro at their niche. Yaar. I am just a 20-year-old. There might be a 25-year teacher who might be reading my post. That person may have more value. It's okay. At least start writing. You read a new case. There might be 90 of your followers who don't know about their case, about that case. Tell them about that case. Be the mediator of giving content. Every person who has seen content must have read it somewhere, or must have at least that content piece must have cracked in their mind. Okay, इस चीज पे भी content बन सकता है. There's always a connection between everything. So it's okay. And there is one more thing I would like to tell you all, guys. stop procrastinating, stop being like कि यार पता नहीं it's too tough to create content, अभी तो सिर्फ 600 followers पे हैं, एक लड़की आई थी 80,000 followers वाली, ज्ञान देकर चली गई, पता नहीं कैसे होगा. You might be, it's not something to laugh about. I know things ऐसे होती हैं. Trust me, there is always a starting point. I also started. Everybody started. My friends used to make jokes of me from till now. They make jokes of me. यार इस पे भी content बना दे जा. They always say that. I used to pass through the corridors of my college. I used to see those, good motivational quotes. I used to click pictures of them, and they're like, "ये कल पक्का content पे जा रहा है." So people will gonna say, but trust me, the amount of edge you'll have in respect to other schools, other colleges, other students is immense. Like this is my number. ये number share करने की जरूरत नहीं है, करना है तो कर दो, मेरा हर जगह number गया हुआ है. There might be a possibility that I might reply you late, but I'm always there. I might not be able to text you back. I will send you an audio note because it's better to convey. Also, there might be a possibility I might miss your connection request. So after this session, you guys can DM me on LinkedIn, or you guys can DM me on my WhatsApp number. This is my WhatsApp number. That hi Riya or hi Riya Didi. If you guys are above or below 20, you call me Riya Didi. If you are 20 or above 20, call Riya. Okay, I don't want to be that Riya Didi of everyone, like how Anushka Sharma is the Bhavi of the entire India. I don't want to be that Didi. Cool. So you guys can reach out to me, and then you can please share your profile down, that this is my profile, so that I can connect with you. And then if someday you and I can have a good connection, and then I can also refer to you to other brands. Cool. Any other questions? I know बहुत ज़्यादा ज्ञान दे दिया है. 7:50 से ये सेशन चल रहा है, 2 घंटे होने वाले हैं. But I enjoyed it a lot. I think you guys also enjoyed it. अभी तक रुके हुए तो I think you guys enjoyed it. Okay, guys, you guys can also this is one more thing. I have this community on my WhatsApp. You guys will WhatsApp me. I will share you a link, and there I tell you there is this one, like there are few things that I come up every single time in my community. So you guys can join that community up. And also one thing, guys, never feel that you cannot achieve something. There is always this one thing I always say. थोड़ा motivation thing है. Weekend पे ये नहीं है कि कल से पढ़ने लग जाओ. Monday को आराम से पढ़ना, कल have a break. But if I can do it, trust me, I know how much effort I've put in this. If I can do it, coming not from a background like my brother or sister were not on LinkedIn, I did not till now. I don't have a single mentor. I am telling it very openly. If I can do it from my experiences, you at least have me as your mentor. No mentor as a friend. You have me to have your back. If I can do it, you definitely can do it. Don't be like you cannot achieve something in your life. If you're really passionate about it, you will. Trust me. I'm very happy to say it out loud that content was the biggest weakness of mine, and now content is the biggest strength of mine. And this is just because I worked on it, and this is just because I learned from my experiences. And thus, this success doesn't come overnight. Cool. Be happy, stay safe, take care of yourself, don't pressurize much. You have my number. Please reach out to me if you need any help. Connect with me if I can be of your any help, irrespective of this personal branding, anything on my profile that you want to know about, because the session was limited to it and we already have covered 2 hours. I also have to get my dinner and all, and you would have to get it too. So you guys can reach out to me later on, and I would be happy to help you. Anybody would like to say anything?
Can you explain me how to make my profile more attractive?
I've already
to reach more
explained
people?
I've already explained the entire. That was the first thing that I explained, Mian. But it's okay if you have joined it later. You can reach out to me personally, and I will explain it to you.
And one more
Okay,
last thing, like
thank you.
before, how do you stay this much positive? This is another question.
How?
How do you stay much positive energy being influenced by you? Like there are
Uh,
creators being getting influenced versus creators not getting influenced, but then also they have followers. Right?
See, I think this thing, this thing got because when I started doing ambience because I wanted to give people. This is a very personal thing, but I heard a younger kid of 6th to 7th grade saying that that person was mentally harassed by somebody and was sexually harassed in the committee. And I was very shocked to hear a 6th grader kid to come up and say something. That was a girl. So I was like, this is the same thing happened to boys as well. It's 20%. Let's just grow up. So I started working upon it. And I have a little brother. Although he's like 6 feet, he's not little, but he will always be little to me. And from then I started being like, okay, I have to create a safe space for everybody to learn something out of it. And that is when I started. And 15,000 से ज़्यादा बच्चे हो चुके होंगे जिनको मैंने वो safe space provide करी है, and जिनको अभी तक तो मैं इतना ही कर पाई हूँ because I have a lot of things on my plate, and I have not even taken a single penny to teach them. I've not taken a single charge to be on this session. I get good paid amounts for the sessions on colleges. अच्छा amount मिलता है. But whenever a free session comes up, I don't say a no to that because in the end, पैसा will matter. ठीक है, पैसा will matter. Trust from I think in the end, अगर आपको लोगों की दुआएं मिलती है ना, वो बहुत काम आएंगी आपको. I think that maybe because of people that I've helped, because of that I'm standing here, or because of that I'm having the followers. So this is the one thing that always stay positive, even if your entire life is dash out. Always stay positive and always like share positivity. Because if I could have come here, showed PowerPoint presentation, I had it made, and I would have left in 1 hour because it was just a 1 hour session. But शायद मेरे अभी बोलने के बाद जो 30 लोग यहाँ बैठे हैं उसमें से अगर सिर्फ 3 लोग भी सीरियसली लिंक्डइन लेना शुरू कर देंगे आफ्टर 2 साल बाद, जब उनको बहुत अच्छा अमाउंट मिलने लग जाएगा आउट ऑफ इट, बहुत प्यारे लोग मिल जाएंगे, तो लाइक अच्छा यार कोई रिया करके एक लड़की आई थी, ज्ञान पेला था लेकिन थोड़ी अकल आ गई थी. सो उस दिन मेरे को थैंक यू बोलना, प्लीज उस दिन थैंक यू बोलना, मेरे को एक पोस्ट बनाकर अच्छे से थैंक यू बोलना. आई एम जस्ट वेटिंग फॉर दैट डे एंड आई थिंक बिकॉज ऑफ दैट थिंग आफ्टर 1 year all my kids post about me and that is the only thing that keeps me going. And you guys can also come here, tell about the same thing. The only thing that is very, very important at now era is giving positive vibes to everybody and helping everybody. Trust me, I am friends with lot of creators जो 7-8 लाख के following रखते हैं and they are so down to earth. So ये जो ego वाली चीज है ना, ये अपने आसपास ही देखोगे जो कॉलेज स्टूडेंट्स होंगे 4-5 का झुंड बनाकर घूमते होंगे, बट व्हेन यू गो टू अपर लेवल्स, व्हेन यू सरप्लस एवरीथिंग, यू सी दैट वाज नथिंग, एंड दैट वाज द मोस्ट शिटिएस्ट थिंग दैट एनीबडी कुड हियर ऑफ. So thanks
ये
हार्दिक
तो
फॉर
आपने
आस्किंग
सबको
दैट.
कॉल आउट कर दिया वैसे.
क्या चीज?
ये तो कह के आपने सबको कॉल आउट कर दिया. आई थिंक आई पर्सनली फील गिल्टी नाउ.
It's okay, everybody has their days, and there might be days जहाँ पे your personal life will be really bad that you don't want to write about, like you don't want to write. It's okay, take a break. Taking break is very important. I know मेरे projects बहुत important थे, मेरा काम बहुत important था. I took a break. LinkedIn पे रोज नहीं डाल रही थी. That's okay to take a break as well. इतना मजा नहीं लाइफ, इतनी वो टेंशन नहीं लेनी है, मजे से रहो and have a safe journey of your entire life. And I'll always be your biggest cheerleader, guys. You guys can reach out to me anytime. I might reply late, which I always do, but I will always be there for your help. So, anything
Thank
else?
you so much. Thank you so much for this really awe-inspiring session, Riya. I personally didn't know you could achieve so much with so much time with LinkedIn and all. I mean, I just thought I would be using LinkedIn for my job and all. That would be it.
Okay, guys, for the last time, can you all open your camera so that at least I can see your faces for just 1 second? See, I stood here without the water from the past 2 hours. At least that is something what I deserve. I get a good amount of 1 hour. So if I'm doing it for free, at least I deserve to see your faces. Guys, lovely faces. Okay, thanks Tushika. Now I can see. Thanks Mugdha. Thanks Shrishti. For a second, at least you can do it. Okay, let's take a screenshot for the memory. I will take a screenshot for my memory. Cool. Thanks, guys. I'll take a leave. Bye-bye. You have my number already. Reach out to me if you need any help. Can I have a bye from your side? At least.
Bye,
you can- Cool. Bye.
Bye, Ree.
Thank you for
Bye.
joining. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much for joining, guys. This session was organized by Hack Unicorn Club. So stay up to date if you wish to continue more of these sessions. Thank you so much for coming, guys.